you guys doing? Let's go to settings real quick and mute the game. First of all. Alright. Mute the game. Alright. You guys already know what's happening. I don't even know how big of a delay there is, actually. I'm curious. Let me just listen in on this. Okay, we're all the way back here. This is a 30-second delay. It's 30 seconds. That's 30 seconds. Okay. Yeah, that's 30 seconds. We're fine. We're chilling. I don't need live chat. I just need fast enough chat. Hope you guys like the thumbnail. Not gonna lie, you know, kind of spent like a total of like 5 minutes working on it. It was very funny the whole time. It is very funny still to this day. Laugh. That's the whole point of the thumbnail, is to laugh at it. I want you to laugh. It's not supposed to be good. Funny. Funny because of how bad it is. Didn't take out the... You know, I've seen too many things today. That's not worth it. Have you been invited? You have been invited to the pug party. You have 1 minute to invite somebody to the pug party, or you will be the cake for the pug party. I shall become cake. I am becoming cake. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, guys. I'm losing my mind. Okay, where's Hunter? Where is he? Huh? Mr. Oh, I'll be there. Whatever. Okay. Okay, it doesn't matter. All right. I think we might as well just get into the game, right? Might as well. So, we do this. This properties. I know you guys only see a black screen. Doki Doki blue skies. So it show that, not just that. Should be showing it now. That is not the right ratio. Uh-oh. Transform. Okay. Fit to screen. That's not it. Okay. Transform. Stretch the screen. Fit to screen it is. We're gonna fit to, okay, watch this. We're gonna fit to screen. Alright. Alright, you see this? See this? See, this is streamer stuff. Uh-oh. Not streamer. Not streamer. Not streamer stuff. It went very downhill. Very downhill. Okay, now we're very close. Okay. You know what? This works. There we go. I know I should have set this up before, but I also was not thinking. Alright. So, I think we're fine. We're only 5 minutes into the stream. It's okay. Let me just go to settings. Unmute all. There we go. Here we go. We have all the music playing and everything, right? That sounds about right. Hunter, how are we looking? How are we looking? Hunter, are we looking good? Hey, there we go. Look at that smooth. How is this doing? How are we doing on frames? How are we doing on our kilobytes per second? There we go. Okay, mute the phone. You guys don't need to hear that. No more. Okay, it's only useful for chat, so I can read and play the game at the same time. But hey, what's going on, guys? This is PukaTuka here, and today we are playing some more Doki Doki Blue Sky. It's been a while. Alright, I know content on the channel has died down drastically. Drastically died down, and that's okay. Okay, you know, that's just a part of life. That's just the part of being a YouTuber. You stop uploading sometimes, all right, and it's okay. I took a little break. I'm not gonna say I'm back, but I do want to play some Doki Doki Blue Skies because I have some more Doki Doki content as always. Because what else would I have? Let's play the game. Let's make a poem. Okay, who are we going for here? You know, who do we go for? Can I put polls in the chat? Can I actually put polls in the chat? Can I put polls? Can I put polls? Or do I not have that power yet? I really need participants. No, that's not what I wanted. Pop out chat. It's not what I wanted either. Can I? All right, I can't put poll in the chat. Sick. Sick. Okay, I may not be able to put polls in the chat, but that's okay. We're down to 100 degrees finally at 8:46 p.m. Let's go, baby. We love to see it. It's who do we go for? Who are we going for? Who's the girl? Who are we going for? You know what? I'm calling Hunter. I'm calling him. He doesn't have a choice. He doesn't have a choice. Hunter, you guys will get to hear the phone call. You guys will get to hear it. Maybe. Hey, I need your help. I need your help. Okay, Yuri, Natsuki, or Sayori for poem 1.
What are you live on?
YouTube. I need help badly. There's also a 30-second delay, which is why I called you.
That's okay.
I could have made it lower, but I was like, stream health. All right. I'll let you go.
Okay, it's caught up. Natsuki.
Okay, thank you. That's all I needed. You guys, stream, you hear that? Natsuki is the choice.
Let's go.
All right.
See ya.
All right. That was very, very, very useful. Very useful. We know who we're going for now. We know who we're going for now. Okay. Natsuki. Papa. All right. Bubbles. Okay. Kiss. Okay. Clouds. All right. We're doing this. Anime. All right. Lily. No, what? Okay. Sticky. All right, let's go. Sugar. Glee. I guess not. Heartbeat. Playground. Giggle. All right, we're Natsuki. Come on. Come on. Chocolate. Poof. Fire. Nope. Fun. Nope. Kawaii. Hair. No, not hair. Time, nature, headphones? No. Jane Bunny. Laugh, flower. Nope. I guess not. Dream? No, not marriage. What? Skirt. Jump. There we go. Natsuki was our main focus. Oh gosh. I have to do voices. Not again. Every time. It comes back to haunt me. Make sure. Hey. Stream's not dying, hopefully. Anyway. Puka, fancy meeting you here. Oh yeah, what a coincidence, huh? Seriously speaking though, I'm happy to see you back here. I would have been disappointed if he ran away on us. Hey, I enjoyed myself last time, so why wouldn't I come back? True enough. Feel free to make yourself at home before we start on our club activities. Thanks, will do. Well, I'm back at the literature club. Sayori and I were the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh, Puka, I'm glad to see you here again. Who knew? Is my mouse showing? Is my mouse showing? I just realized that. No, it's not. Okay, we're chill. You recommend a bitrate of 40. Oh, you got me messed up. I can't do 4,500. Does it look like you professionalism? No. Hey, who knew that something so simple would warrant so much thanks? First Monica and now Yuri. I know that it may be overwhelming to be thrown into a new hobby so suddenly, but much less an organization centered around that hobby. So don't hesitate to let me know if you ever need any help. Or any other club member for that matter. That is to say, feel free to ask any one of us for assistance. Right, thanks. I'll keep that in mind. Don't worry though. It's not like I've never read anything before. I even remembered to write a poem for today, if you'll believe it. Well, believe it when we see it. Hey, it's not like I need to have a university degree to write a poem. It was just like another school assignment, although it might be a little new to me. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to write a bad poem, you mean? You right. She got me there. I lose. And that's why I never said I wrote a good poem. That is true. Natsuki smirks at me, seemingly pleased I am not offended by her teasing. Well, good is often a subject is... Hello? Mouth? Hello? Well, good is often subjective when it comes to subjects like these. I'm sure you did fine, Puka. Well, thanks for the vote of confidence. Try not to overhype my work, though. Yeah, Yuri, if you keep your expectations low, you'll never be disappointed. Besides, I bet this is the first extracurricular Puka's done since high school started. So extra work is probably really foreign to her. Again, she's not wrong, but she doesn't have to say it like that. Natsuki, you're being unfairly harsh. Puka, what would you say your main hobbies are? Wow, she's really putting me on the spot here. I know I'm playing into your teasing right now, but yes, I spend a lot of my time playing games and watching anime. I have actually officially adapted into this MC. I've officially adapted into the lifestyle of this so-called MC. I'm putting my fan right here. I don't care if you guys can hear the fan or anything. I am hot. It is 100 degrees outside. I have no AC. These fans are all I have, okay? So, no complaints. I don't care. Shout out to the merch. It's available for the next 4 days. Anyway. I know I'm playing... Yeah, I already said this. And that's all you need to know. That's a bit rich coming from someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Well, Natsuki splutters to a halt. Looks like a certain someone knows how to dish it out, but can't take it. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Puka always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He's always been there when I need it. When we were kids, he'd always be around to help me with stuff. Oh, are you two childhood friends? What a classic trope in anime or any manga. Wow, that's crazy. I wonder, are we in a harem? Can I have my... Okay. I know this sounds bad. All right, but can I have... Is there a mod that just lets me have a harem? Can I just get a harem? Can I? If there's a mod that lets me get a harem, I will literally do an 8-hour stream tomorrow, or however long I need to do it in order for me to, play it and beat it and be happy. Hopefully happy. Maybe, I have no clue. Harems can be sent. It's just happened. I glance at Sayori. Despite her cheery That recollection of our childhood memories just then, Yuri's question is a reminder that we haven't spent much time together in a long time. It's a tad awkward. Yeah, we've known each other for a while, haven't we? We smile at each other. I'm really hoping we can use the club to reconnect. Such a history with one another. I imagine you've shared so much together. You could say that. Would you believe Sayori is still as clumsy now as she was 10 years ago? Hey, Nini, that's not true. Oh, did I tell Yuri about the time you tried to cook lunch and almost set the house on fire? Her face turns pink and she rushes to interrupt me. Anyway, I'm sure you two could just be as good of friends. After all, you're both in the literature club now. Yeah, look forward to it. Yuri looks hopeful at hearing this, although I can't help but wonder, given the maturity and intelligence she carries so elegantly, and how her passion for reading is much stronger than my own, will it be as easy as Sayori thinks it is? Still, it's worth a try at least. Yay! Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, so Sayori, me? It's not much really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. Whatever it is, I'm sure I'll like it. What is it, Yuri? Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. I was gonna wait to give it to you at the appropriate time, but... I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Now we've ruined the surprise. The two girls both look dolefully down. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. You know, first of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so this is still a pleasant surprise to me. Just knowing that you went through the effort to get me something makes me feel really welcome. No matter what, I'm sure it'll make me happy. Is that so? Of course. Thanks for being so considerate, Yuri. You're welcome. It was the least I could do. Anyway, if that's the case, here it is. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. You know, in school, they said short stories were like, you know, these really short stories that weren't short. So I have a hard time trusting people when they say it's a short read. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard to trust those words when it's a short read or a short story or whatever. It's very, very hard. I would love to trust it, just 100% trust, but it's just not possible. I can't. There's no way. How could I? How could I? How could I? Look, I'm thinking of one specific teacher, and I love that teacher. I love both those teachers, but I just remember short stories and them not being short at all. Anyway, and we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I might possibly like, despite not reading much. Yuri, but I'm abruptly cut off by Natsuki. You didn't want him to feel left out. What's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to say that he doesn't like my books or something? Why are you so self-centered? This has nothing to do with you. She was just being nice. Look, I've had my fair share of them. Okay, I've had my fair share of these two, of all four of these people. All right, this is the how many videos? How many is this? I need to add this to a playlist actually. Save the playlist. Doki Doki Literature Club. How many is this? Doki Doki. This is 55 videos / streams of the same game over and over. All right. You know what's funny? On every single video for this, I have at least a custom thumbnail. Maybe some of them are repeats, and that's okay. But I at least have a custom I've been proven wrong immediately. I was proven wrong immediately. I'm upset. I'm upset. Because that's not true. He freaking loves manga, just like me, right, Puka? Well, I don't read manga personally, but I almost started. I did almost start. Looks like another Yuri Natsuki argument is cropping up again. Glance over at Yuri to find a variety of different emotions running over her face. She seems conflicted between standing up for herself and backing down to keep the peace. After a beat, she opens her mouth to speak, her resolve strengthened. Natsuki, that's not what I meant to say at all. I was simply referring to the fact that Puka may not have much a literature collection himself, given that he has said that he is not a reader. Giving him a book in a totally different genre would benefit him, broadening his knowledge of the literary world. Hunter, I can't read anymore. I literally cannot read. Ever since I graduated, reading is a struggle. Yuri suddenly appears to notice that all eyes are on her. I apologize if I worded that harshly. No, you're fine, Yuri. While I definitely do love manga, I think that it'd do me well to read different things too once in a while. Seeming to sense that she can't win the argument, Natsuki almost visibly backs down. Her outspoken nature really does make up for her physically small stature. Whatever. Natsuki, guys, let's just stop fighting. Everyone has their own super good taste in literature, so we shouldn't keep arguing over it. I'm sure that I'll enjoy everyone's recommendations equally as much. After all, you guys are all smart and definitely more experienced in literature than me. I'm just gonna say that I wasn't trying to attack you or whatever. It's just that there are a lot of people who judge manga without even trying to read it themselves. So yeah, I guess that's the closest we'll get to an apology from Natsuki. It's still 100 degrees. Still 100 degrees. I can't believe it. Ooh, I really need something to drink. No, you know? Like, I don't know. I would go get some water, but that's so far. Anyway, and with that, the tension in the room slowly dissipates. It feels as though everyone in the room was holding in their breath until now. Yuri quietly hands me the copy of the book she's holding. Well, thanks, Yuri. You're welcome. You should read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. After a brief pause, the girls move on to do their own things. Man, I seem to be the harbinger of awkwardness when it comes to Natsuki and Yuri. Yeah, you know, that's just what happens. But yeah, it's just a part of life. You, the MC, are destined to be in the same boat over and over and over and over again. You will never achieve true happiness, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I wish it was another way, but there isn't. Hunter, like the video, or whoever's watching, like the video right now. Like it. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit it. Hit it. I swear if you don't hit it, I will be upset. I will be very upset. Very upset. Anyway, we go back to the game. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off the scheduled activities for the club. Bro, stop. Why? Just stop. Okay, here we go. Do not disturb. Alright, phone is off. Like the poetry thing, I've already steeled myself for the critique I'll probably be receiving. But it seems that we now have some downtime before that. Oh well, it looks like I won't be able to just immediately get it over with. What are the others doing right now? Taylor and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner, probably discussing club matters, given that they're the president and vice president. As expected, Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. A few huffs of annoyance sound from her direction every once in a while. I hear a sigh from the closet, presumably Natsuki. It sounds like she's annoyed by something. I approach her curious. Hey, is something wrong? Freaking Monica. She moved my stuff again. I spend all this time organizing my collection and she comes in and ruins it. As she complains, Natsuki carefully slides boxes and stacks of books across the shelf. I can never get like Natsuki's voice, the perfect voice. Like I'm very happy with what I do for Yuri's voice. It changes every so often, but it's supposed to be like that. It's like supposed to be timid, you know, a little shyness in her voice, you know. Yeah, that's what I expect from her. Okay, but also elegance. So I expect advanced language, you know. That's okay. I can deal with that. But Natsuki, she's a tsundere. That's the issue here. Okay, we have a I think it's a dandere for Sayori. We have 2 yanderes, and then we have a tsundere. All right, it's all hard to work around. It's all hard. Okay, it's not easy being me. Not easy. Not easy playing this game. No, it's just not, okay? There's so many characters and so many blah 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 and blah 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 blah. But once they're in an orderly fashion, she turns around to face me. Do you have my manga? Oh yeah, here it is. Let me get it. I quickly retrieved the book Natsuki lent to me the other day and handed to her. She examines the cover and pages, looking for any sort of damage. After finding nothing, she slides the novel into its rightful place in one of the boxes. Told you I'd take care of my manga. Yeah, don't let it get to your head. You still need to pass the quiz before we can start the next one. You were serious? What, you thought I was joking? Here at the Literature Club, we take reading very seriously. Now sit down and get ready. Alright. I sit down on a desk while Natsuki sits parallel from me. Alright, first question. Which girl ends up falling down the stairs in chapter 7? Look, I've got some news. I didn't get that far. The expression that comes over Natsuki's face honestly scares me for a little. What? How did you not finish? The first volume is like the shortest one out of all of them. I'm sorry. I was working on my poem for most of the night, so I didn't have time to read it. Natsuki's expression changes from that of anger to disbelief. Your poem? Yeah, I put some effort into it. Natsuki eyeballs me suspiciously before sighing. Fine, I guess we can read it here. But your poem better be really good. Yeah, okay, Hunter, because you made me choose her, that might be good stuff. Might be good stuff coming my way. I have no clue. I have little experience with writing in general, much less poem. So I fear that Natsuki will only be getting angrier when she sees my lackluster writing abilities. But that's a problem we'll deal with later. Right now, I have to finish volume 1 of Parfait Girls. Natsuki heads to the closet to retrieve that novel once again. She comes back, manga in hand, and points to the floor. We're gonna sit here. What? Why? Because it's a lot easier than trying to read in chairs. That really doesn't make any sense. Just do it, okay? No need to argue over every little thing. I wasn't arguing. I stopped myself short when I realized I'm probably just getting on Natsuki's nerves. If possible, I'd like to try and avoid making her angry. Let me just make sure we're chilling. Alright, we're chilling. I will be back in a second. Okay, back. I got something to drink. If anyone was curious why I left, that's what I did. Anyway, here, this, here we go. Let's get in. If possible, I'd like to try and avoid making her angry. I mean, alright. Hey, it's this one. But let me just try and not sneeze, because I have to sneeze. I sit down next to Natsuki while she hands me the novel. I flip open the part where I left off, but Natsuki speaks up before I can begin. You only got that far? Well, I may have watched some anime last night too. Natsuki furrows her eyebrows at me. I quickly start reading as to avoid another scolding. Still, does this have like an overarching plot of some sort? Of course it does, dummy. What do you think? What, you think I don't have good taste? I have standards, you know. Hey, I never said I didn't think you have good taste. It's just nothing has really happened yet. It's just one offside stories so far. Well, that's just to help you get to know the characters. Like the chapter where they're all at the shopping mall. It gives you a better idea of what each girl is like and don't like. There is an overarching plot, but the first volume is more like an introduction to the characters. I've read the entire series, so I do know what happens. Alright, I guess. I'll take your word on it. You sure do like the series, don't you? Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I can see why. It does have a lot of baking in it. It does, yeah. Coincidence? Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't start baking just because of this manga. Don't worry, I believe you. Not. Now that I drank something, it's just not helping me in the slightest. Anyway, well, I guess that at least explains Natsuki's interest in baking. She is really good at it though. So it's not like it's a bad thing. We continue reading for a while before I reach the end of the novel. As I close the book, Natsuki snatches it from my hands and heads for the closet. She places the novel in its rightful spot and digs around for the second volume. So, did you enjoy it? Yeah, I did actually. It's a bit slow right now, but if what you say is true, it'll start getting good in the second volume. Speaking of which, Natsuki proudly holds up the second volume. Let's get started. Wait, alright? Okay, everyone, it's time to share poems. If that isn't good timing, I don't know what is. Seriously? We were just about to get to the second one. Well, you can always read it tomorrow, can't you? Fine. Natsuki, defeated, puts her manga back in the closet and retrieves her poem. I grab mine from the bag as well. By the way, you did remember to write a poem, right? Don't worry, I'm not that much of a slacker. I've got it right here in my bag. I've got this in No, not funny? Alright. I rifle through some stray papers to pull out the page that I wrote my poem on. While I can't help but feel a little nervous, I have to admit that I'm excited now. Talking to these girls has really calmed my nerves, and now that I'm eager to just share my poems. After all, judging by each girl's personality, I doubt that anyone would say anything nasty about it. Well, Natsuki, I don't know if she'd be unduly harsh though. She just seems like the type of person who enjoys ribbing on her friends. Either way, I hope they realize that I put hard work into it. I figured that it'd only be fair to repay their warm welcome by showing effort in the club activities. Now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait! Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayuri is on a wrinkled sheet and of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a neat black composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. She's gonna put us all to shame. Yeah, hey, there's people like that, and you just gotta live with it. I'm not one of those people. My handwriting is not good. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. Whom should I show my poem to first? You see, does my selection affect the game actually? Like in the original, it doesn't. But will it affect me here? Will this come back to haunt me if I don't choose someone? Will it? I have no clue. I really don't know. Who should I do? Who should I choose? On one hand, On one hand, I have a favorite. On the other hand, I have a favorite. On the third hand, I like to spice things up and choose my favorite. Sayori is most definitely the comfortable option. Because, you know... childhood friend and everything. Obviously, we got with the childhood friend option. Alright, anyway, let's go with this. She's my good friend after all. You said this is your first poem, right? Yeah, why? It impressed me. Especially for your first poem. Maybe this really is the place for you. Come on, it can't be that good. I mean, it's not like I'm used to writing poems or anything. But thanks, I guess. Don't be so hard on yourself, Puka. Everyone has to start from somewhere. You were already off to a good start. Anyway, I guess I can show you mine now. Don't expect too much, though. I'm not very good at this. Only one way to find out. Hey, dear sunshine, I know this poem. I haven't read it in a... I'm not gonna read it now, because I'm gonna be... You'll see soon. But it's the same poem as before. It's the same poem as before. If you have never... You know, I probably should have said this at the beginning. If you have never watched the original Doki Doki, go watch it. Okay? I don't care if you watch it through me, if you watch it through somebody else. I don't care. Go watch it, though. There is a playthrough on my channel, though. You know, if you go onto my channel, better yet, maybe I'll even put it into the description later. I have no clue. I won't remember. So go onto my channel and go to the Doki Doki playlist, where there's a bunch of Doki Doki content. Alright, we got mods, we got the original game. That's that. Alright, anyway. Let's get into this again. Well, what do you think? I hesitate as I answer. Not that it was a bad poem. In fact, it was great. I'm just really inexperienced with poetry, especially feedback. It's really you. What's that supposed to mean? As in, the poem just really reminds me of you. It made me feel really good inside. Really? Yeah, I had no idea what to expect, as this is my first time reading your poetry. But the way this was written, I don't know, it feels really wholesome and cheery. Like you are. I also really like the last line. Trust you of all people to include breakfast in their poems. Hey, I was eating it when I wrote. Sayori stopped speaking immediately, as if she accidentally just let something slip. Oh, so you wrote the poem this morning? No. Well, maybe. I forgot to write it last night. Well, at least we know where your inspiration comes from. Eggs and toast. Well, I suppose if it sounds silly, but it works, then it isn't silly. Either way, thanks for showing me your poem, Sayori. It was really good. I'm happy you think so. Anyways, next time I won't forget. Tomorrow's poem will be even better. I'll hold you to that. I bet you will. Alright, let's think about this. Who here is the undoubtedly smart option to choose? Will it be Monica, Yuri, or our ever so loved Sayori? Just kidding, Sayori's not here. Natsuki, Monica, or Yuri. Natsuki, I really like Monica. I really like Natsuki. Yuri is not my favorite. So let's spice it up. Let's go with Yuri. Oh, she's gonna judge it. Forgot. I should have saved her for later. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for it to finish reading. Is everything okay? That's some really good juice. Anyway, oh goodness, sorry. I know what I want to convey, but I need to find the right words. I understand. Take your time. Okay, I think I know what I want to say. Do you have any prior writing experience? To be honest, not really. Is it that obvious? I don't mean to be rude, but I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't really help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. Yuri seems to be incredibly introverted. It must take her a long time to warm up to new people. Don't worry about it. We'll all start somewhere, right? What were you saying? Right, I've just noticed a few quality consistent with newer writers that showed up in your poem. Perhaps what stands out the most is that you've tried very hard to make the structure of this poem your own. And that's okay, but if this is the first poem you've written, it might be prudent to consider more traditional structures, couplets, sonnets, haiku, and the like. And if you're not confident in your writing style, it'll show in your piece. It's like Yuri is a total different person once she gets going. She sounds like she's incredibly confident and stands tall, speaking clearly. Again, that's not your fault. I think that once you've studied poetic structures and techniques a bit more, you'll be able to put together a wonderful composition. I appreciate the feedback, Yuri. It sounds like you're really versed in this sort of thing. Would it be okay if I took a look at what you've written? Oh goodness, of course. Please let me know if you think I'd be thrilled to explain my process. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. It's 96 degrees! Let's go, baby! It's 9:21 and it's only 96 degrees! Ooh, and to think like 10 minutes ago was 100. Which itself is kind of funny. That's the line. That's it. We're done. Think we're actually done? No, we're not. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Thumble. Wait, this is new. This is new. Right? Is this new? This is new. Tumble. I don't know why I said thumble. Tumble. Hail falls. Oh! I have a story after I'm done with this. Hail falls down like a discarded dust of overused emotions, dragging down blankets made of want. Slender. Oh, I thought I genuinely ended the stream. I was about to be like, okay, well, that sucks, because I saw it on the screen for like what you guys just saw. I got scared. Anyway, slender string pierces my eyelids, barely painful, and pulls them shut. Even so, ever so heavy. I think I've misplaced something. Is there a piece missing? You need all the pieces to fix something. Please don't look for it. There are more important things for you to do today. I read that incredibly wrong, but it's okay, because I can't read poetry in general. Thank you, Poetry Out Loud competitions, for teaching me nothing besides memorize poem and hope that I can memorize it 4 times. Anyway, I only had to do it twice or 3 times, so I'm okay. I'm sorry if my writing's a bit ineligible. Illegible. That's right. Once my pen touches this page, I'm sorry that I can't speak. Once my pen touches the page, I just want to get my thoughts down. It's fine, Yuri. I was able to read it just fine. I wasn't thinking that at all. Are you sure? It seemed like it seemed to take you a while to read it. Well, I guess I don't see cursive often, but it's really nice when I do. Your writing's actually very pretty. Is that so? I'm glad you think so. It made your poem stand out even more so as well. It's as though your handwriting fits your word choice, or vice versa. It wasn't too short, was it? I'm used to writing longer pieces, but since this is the first time we're sharing, I thought it would be easier to share. That makes sense. You mind telling me what it's about, though? Because I just yawned and I didn't mean to. I'm not sure I understand. I don't either. I don't understand at all. Strings pulling down eyelids, something, don't look for peace. You got other things to do. Alright, that's all. Sorry, I didn't mean to write something confusing. Oh, it's not that. I just want to be sure I'm reading it properly. I see. Maybe I should take a second to try and decipher what the poems mean before they actually explain it. I don't remember the poem already, but I think that could be a cool idea. I have no clue. I suppose from a cursory glance, it might not be obvious. But part of what makes poetry magical is how you can conjure up a vivid image with your words. While on the surface it might seem a bit out there, if you look a little deeper, you might be able to find a deeper meaning hidden amongst lines, compounded by the metaphors used. For example, the words and images in this poem aren't meant to be taken at face value. In actuality, it's supposed to represent the last remnants of something lost to the past, and the sense of a plaintive longing that comes with it. Huh, that's pretty impressive when you put it that way. Oh, I wouldn't go that far, but thanks for the compliment. Hopefully during your time here, your understanding of poetry will grow and these things will come to you naturally. I'll do my best. Thank you for sharing with me, Yuri. Of course. Alright. Natsuki or Monica? Monica because we made the poem for Natsuki, so I want Natsuki to experience it last because she'll like it the best, probably. Maybe. I have no clue. Hi, Puka. Hope you've been enjoying your time here. Yeah, definitely. I probably sound like a broken record by now, but everyone's been really welcoming. Well, a broken record isn't so bad when it plays something so nice. Monica. You know, Mick, that's so nice. I guess so. Anyway, since you're new and everything, feel free to bring up any questions or concerns you might have. Okay, question 1. What the... Anyway, it's my duty as president to make sure that everything is perfect. I'd have to say that you've been doing a good job of that already. I doubt that I'll ever have any... I'm sorry, I'm getting tired. I'm sorry that I doubt that I'll ever have anything to complain about. Either way, I'm always open to new suggestions for the club as well. So don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, suggestion 1, movie night. I say we all put in a raffle, we get a box. We put in 3 movie selections, alright? And then we shake up the box, we stir it around or do whatever to make sure that it's random. We select one movie, we watch that movie. We get to know each other's taste and interests better. Alright, and at the end, we try to write poems related to what we felt from that movie. Alright? Not to like describe the movie, but what we felt from that movie. Alright? It could be comedical, it could be sad, it could be whatever. Horror, fear, I don't care, angry, I don't care, all the emotions. Rainbow. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. She says that, but it's gonna be a bit intimidating to try and criticize Monica of all people. I really don't think that there's going to be anything I'll need to speak up about either. One of the other girls would probably say something before I ever needed to. Natsuki definitely would. Now that that's out of the way, do you like sharing your poem with me? I mean, I don't really have a choice in the matter, do I? You shouldn't be thinking like that. Hey, my friend's playing Darkest Dungeon. Don't care. Yeah, I was just joking. Kinda. It's alright, Puka. I get that it's probably really awkward for you to share creative work when you're just a beginner. Especially since the rest of us have a bit more experience than you. That's an understatement. Don't worry though, we're all a little embarrassed today, you know? I don't think many people out there share their poetry on a regular basis. But it's the sort of thing that you get used to pretty quickly once you get it over with. Yeah, true that. I hand my poem over with a sigh. Don't grade me too harshly. You'll be fine. I watch nervously as she quickly scans through my poem. Mm-hmm. It's a nice poem, Puka. Huh, you think? Mm-hmm. Although, I'd have to say, it's a lot cuter than something I would have expected out of you. Is that bad? No, of course not. It's just something that I would have thought Natsuki would write, for instance. Yeah, that is true. I mean, I did write it because someone said, hey, you should write it like Natsuki. You know? No call-outs to anyone. I've been live for 51 minutes. Oh my gosh. 53 actually, because... No, 51. I don't really know. YouTube says 51, so I'm going with that. It's just something that... yeah, Natsuki. She's a good writer, so you should take that as a compliment. I see. I don't know, I guess it was a cutesy sort of mood or something. Yeah, so you have a cute side as well? Well, that's not what I was trying to say. I mean, I was thinking more about cheery stuff or something. I get it. But still, yeah, have you ever read anything by Shel... Oh, Shel Silverstein! Hey, I know Shel Silverstein. She had that as in elementary school. She's the one with all those she wrote the books with all those poems. I really like those. Maybe when I was a kid. My mom used to take me to the library when I was little, so well, he wrote a lot for children, so I wouldn't be surprised if he did. He's famous for using simple words and conversation tones to tell all sorts of stories. His poems are a variety of different lengths and cover a range of different emotions. They could be funny, endearing, sad. Even though most of people think of him as a children's author and poet, many of his works express universal views of the world. And he actually wrote some black comedy as well. So you could say that he was pretty good at subverting expectations. Interesting. So is Natsuki kind of like that then? You could say that. He's not quite the Renaissance man that Silverstein is, but you probably won't find much filler in her poem. They seem easy enough to read through on the surface, but they can pack a lot of meaning in very few words. I see. It's definitely a type of poem that's fun to explore. Yeah, I'm sure I'll end up doing a lot of different things before I settle down on my very own style. And it'll still take a while before I'm completely comfortable with sharing my writing. That's perfectly fine. In fact, I'd probably be more surprised if you immediately started writing with your own style. Most people go through the same process that you're going through right now. Trying new things is the best way to find the kind of style that suits you after all. Anyway, when you talk to everyone about it, naturally they'll be a bit biased toward their own kinds of styles. After all, I know I am. But don't force yourself to write in some way just because someone else wants you to. You should try to focus on what you want and what you want to do. I feel like I just got called out because I asked someone what type of poem I should write. And then she just said that, meaning that I just did the bad thing. I didn't really have anyone I wanted to, or any inspiration for it though, so it's okay. Oh, so good. So good. I could even name the brand. Probably shouldn't because, then I'm not gonna make money off of it. So, I'm not gonna give them free advertising. Feel free to ask me for help anytime though. I try to be as subjective as possible when I talk to people about these topics. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, do you want me to read my poem? Do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. Anyway, always on the duty as club president, Well, let's get to reading then. Is this it? Okay, the box I see, but I don't believe it was a long world. Maybe on the side chose for me. I was like on the box. Is this? Have I read this? I don't want to not read it. Alright, you guys can read it. Alright, you guys have time. Alright, blah blah blah. I see alone. Was it me? I pound. Why? Why me? Rain. It's all my heart's on the world out. There was so many. Maybe I realized I was stuck, and there we go. You guys had enough time to read it. Pause it if you want to. So, what do you think? I don't quite know how to say it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. I definitely got a certain kind of feeling from reading your poem, but I'm not sure how to put it into words. I understand that. Just try to articulate it however you want. You can use metaphors outside of poetry, you know. Well, when you put it like that, I don't know, I'd say that your poem is kind of abstract. Very vague, at least. I can't quite tell what exactly you're talking about, but even so, I can feel what the speaker's feeling. Yeah, I think that describes my poem pretty well. Yeah, really? I do like my metaphors. Well, you'd probably be hard-pressed to find a poem without a metaphor, actually. Yeah, they're pretty well covered in English class, at least. The ability to convey emotions and concepts through words, describing things even the writer might never have experienced. I find that really powerful. When you write metaphorically, it allows the reader to focus on the emotions in the poem. I guess it kind of opens it up for the reader to have their own interpretations. Hey, can you guys not outside? Can you not, drive your car? Alright, I'm trying to read here. Anyway. I guess it kind of opens up interpretations. Exactly. It's fascinating when people can diverge from the creator's original intent to find their own meaning in a work of art. Yeah. What was your original intent then? I think it'd be more fun if you tried to figure it out yourself. That just makes me more curious now. Maybe I'll tell you one day. But for now, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem, or anything for that matter, you get too fixated on a specific point. But if you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. So the best thing to do is to just force yourself to get something down on the paper and then tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and write whatever's in your heart. If the won't write me an ending, what good are words when a smile says it all? And if this world won't write me in... Didn't I do a cover on this? Did I do a cover on that song? I did a cover, right? Did I do a cover? Did I do a cover? That's Undertale song covers. Your reality. Yes, I did do Your Reality. I did. Oh god. Anyway. Pretend like I didn't do a cover on it. Yes, that'll make me happy. Happier. Anyway, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button if you're still here. Hopefully you are. Because, you know, this is a fun game. So just move your hand and write whatever's in your heart. Easier said than done. I get what she's trying to say, though. It's better to look back on your work with fresh eyes after you've gotten something down. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Hey, Natsuki. How you doing? You're our next option. You're gonna like it, trust me. Earth to Natsuki. What? Hey, don't make it seem like I'm spacing out. Just... Okay, let's start with what I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads the poem again. Actually, never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. What's the point in sharing at all? Don't literature clubs like share constructive criticism or something? No, it's just Natsuki fails to come back with a follow-up. She's obviously uncomfortable about something, but from what I've seen, it's certainly not giving out criticism. Hey, this is my first time sharing my poems too. It's a bit uncomforting for all of us, yeah, but we should still try and help each other out. It's not that. I'd feel more comfortable if your poem was really bad. I could be like, not that bad, but here's what the work of a real poet looks like. But, oh, I understand what she means now. She's uncomfortable because she liked my poem and doesn't know how to compliment me. I get what you mean. Natsuki looks relieved at my statement. Can I see your poem now? Fine. Only because Monika's gonna make me either way. Hey, this isn't the eagles can fly, people can try. Hey, yeah, this is a different one. So yeah, I needed to read that other poem. Oh well, sometimes. Some folks are winners, some only lose. Some are go-getters, some only cruise. Sometimes we try hard and give it our all. Sometimes we give up. What else can we do? Okay. I've got some criticism for you, Natsuki. Told you you'd hate it. Actually, I liked it. What? What'd you say? Don't just say it because I'm a girl. Be honest. What? No, it has nothing to do with you being a girl. I genuinely like the poem. Really? Yeah, it's simple, but it's still pretty effective. Finally, someone who gets it. People in high school think poetry has to be so formal and vague, but they don't realize that simple writing is just as effective, if not more. The reader shouldn't have to search for the meaning. That's just stupid. Exactly! I want to read poetry like yours. If I ever have to read poetry again, probably will. Probably, because, you know, I'm gonna, you know, have to, I don't know, college and university. Sometime in less than 2 months. Oh my gosh, I have to do with college in less than 2 months. I'm about ready. Oh, what the? Oh, okay. Besides, the simpler the writing, the more emphasis on the wordplay. Like how I made most of the lines start with some. Yeah, I noticed that. Made the last couplet seem more powerful. Yes, that's exactly what I was going for. Well, good job then. Didn't expect that from the youngest of the club, did ya? Yeah, I guess not. Wait. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was surprisingly fun, albeit a bit stressful. I already knew that I wouldn't be able to write the quality of the girls, but I tried my best. I wish I got to see the poem, but I'll never know, because I think there was only one mod that ever let me read the poem. Hopefully, in this upcoming Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, I get to see the poems. Probably not, but I'd really like to. Everyone here is incredibly talented. Well, all the girls at least. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting again. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As I watch, Natsuki breezes through Yuri's poems, her eyes skipping over the words. Meanwhile, Yuri stares at the paper in her hand, smiling sadly. Natsuki quickly hands Yuri her poem back. Here, I'm done. Already? Yeah, it's not like it was super hard to read. I'm not illiterate, you know. Hey, I finally said it correctly on the first try. Huh. It was hard for me to understand, at least. I just want to make sure that you caught all the figurative language that I employed. Yeah, I did. It was fancy. Thanks. However, I believe that you'd enjoy it more if you looked deeper into it. I enjoyed it plenty already. Anyway, are you finished with my poem then? Yes, yours is cute. Cute? Didn't you learn anything from our conversation yesterday? Yuri looks shocked, regret seeping into her expression. Seems like both girls still hold on to their prejudices, despite whatever common ground they have. How can it be cute? You're standing there thinking that I haven't read your poem when it's really you who hasn't read my poem. It's clearly about the push and pull between giving up and trying hard. I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. Well, maybe you should look deeper into my poem. Because that type of language, I use that type of language on purpose. I see. But if I may give a suggestion, these more involved subject matters may be better suited to more complex diction. The art of poetry is deeply intertwined with... Look, I know what you're trying to do, but it won't work on me. I'm sorry, but I don't quite understand. I'm sorry, oh, my bad, wrong voice. Writing in this way doesn't make you look cool or smart, okay? This makes you look super pretentious. If you write with a thesaurus open next to you, you're just going to alienate everyone. Using all these big words to make up for the lack of depth, poetry isn't about impressing people. So you can just stop. Holy crap. I stare wide-eyed at Monica and Sayori, who have now also fallen silent. They stare back at me, looking unsure of what to do. I'm guessing that they don't usually have many arguments in the club, although tensions between Natsuki and Yuri already seem to kind of high. Lack of depth? Yeah, that's right. I don't like that there's no music right now, but I'm gonna deal with it. So if I can give some suggestions now. Excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I really must ask. What makes you believe that I'll accept your advice after you've been so rude to me? Huh? Rude? Was just blunt honesty. Do you ever consider that other people don't hold the same opinions as you? What are you trying to say? Do I really need to spell it out for you? Yeah, you do. I want to see if you're really going there. The irony. I dare you to say it. Yuri gives a small laugh of disbelief. I must thank you, Natsuki. I've never been this angry in my life. It's actually given me the courage to speak up. This is really weird. Woo! Woo! Just do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, make sure no voice cracks are coming. No more? Alright, is this why you're angry all the time? Guys, we shouldn't. This doesn't involve you. I can't do both their voices at the same time, so I can just do whatever voice I want. Sayori, please don't rob me of my moment. So, this is your moment to shine or something. Strange thing to take pride in, don't you think? No. It's my moment to finally speak my mind. I still have the strength to. Yuri, I almost said something that I could get canceled for, so anyway. Natsuki, have you ever realized how selfish you are? Suddenly Yuri seems to be overpowering everyone else in the room. What? Everything always needs to go your way. You always jump to conclusions and make rash decisions without regard for the consequences. And it's never your fault, is it? You don't know me. No. You don't know me either. And yet you spoke as if you knew everything about me. Quite simply, you don't. The very fact that you don't think your blunt honesty was incredibly rude just goes to show how narrow-minded you truly are. Seizing her moment, Yuri boldly carries on, disdain dripping from each word. I know it must be a difficult concept for you to understand, but the whole world doesn't revolve around you and your manga. So, tell me, why should I take advice from someone who can only see their own perspective? Everyone knows it. Monica, Sayori, and even Puka. Whoa, keep me out of this, guys. I just got here. I can't keep me out of it. I'm here eating my popcorn, you know. I'm just watching, shoving my mouth full of popcorn. Anyway, don't you remember how hostile you were to Puka when you first joined us? I wasn't being hostile. We haven't had a new member in a long time. Sorry, not sorry for keeping on my toes. And that's how I talk to everyone, not just to Puka. Am I supposed to change my whole personality to cater to how you think I should be? If Puka has a problem with my jokes, he can tell me. You don't have to speak for him. You don't get to speak for him. Mary closes her eyes and shakes her head, carrying on as if she didn't hear the outburst. Do you really expect a new member to be able to speak up so easily? Not everyone is as unafraid of being a brutish cretin as you. What? The rest of us were so excited to have a new member, but did that thought ever cross your mind? No, you just let your own selfish thoughts dictate your behavior. Selfish? They weren't You could have scared them off. That might have been what you wanted, but what about the rest of us? I just explained myself for God's sake, but as per usual, you aren't listening. You know, for someone who's been ranting on about how narrow-minded I am, you're pretty intolerant yourself. There, I used the big word. Do I sound like Shakespeare yet? Am I worthy of your attention now? Ouch, both girls really have their claws out. Also, Monica and Sayori didn't have an issue with me yesterday, it's just you. Of course they did. Natsuki, they just didn't say anything. Monika's too responsible and Sayori's too kind. So why don't we ask, hey, keep me out of this, alright? Why don't we ask Puka then, as a more unbiased spectator? Fine. Puka, who's right, me or Yuri? How did I get dragged in this? In the first place, I don't even know what they want me to decide on at this point. They just ignore all the personal stuff and just talk about their poetry. Alright. I liked you guys' poem. That's what started the argument after all. But it's not like I'm It's not like I'm a good judge of writing quality, given that I'm just a beginner. I don't think it would be fair for me to take either side either, especially since I'm new here. Maybe I should defer to one of the club's leaders. Oh, Dave. Wait, this is important. Because usually I get to choose between Yuri and Natsuki. But now I get to choose between asking Sayori or Monica. And obviously, I've gone with Sayori every single time. So, Monica it is. I honestly don't know what to do in this situation. I quickly glance over to Monica. Monica nods at me and approaches the two girls. Yuri and Natsuki, She clears her throat. Is it just me, or did her confident persona seem to waver a bit? This is no way tact in our club. Monica does seem sort of disoriented. She's probably not used to such confrontation. You're kind of setting a bad example. Puka's probably really uncomfortable. Not to mention that there's really no reason for this argument to be happening. But Monica, no, I can't have this in the club. Are you kidding me? Don't you see how Yuri is treating me? She's being a massive jerk right now. There's so much reason for this argument. Excuse me, Natsuki, but it's actually your own toxic behavior that led to this. Yuri really emphasized that toxic bit. Toxic behavior? What are you talking about? Are you even listening to yourself? This is exactly why no one wants to be your... Hey. Calm down there, okay? Enough. I'm not gonna yell because I'm dumb at basically 10 p.m. Monica seems to have gotten over herself and now looks livid. You guys are supposed to be friends, aren't you? It's so foolish that how you two are acting. Don't you have any consideration for the other club members? You're even making Puka uncomfortable. Yuri, didn't you say yourself that you wanted to make him feel as welcome as possible? What happened to that? I didn't mean to make him feel that way. And don't forget Sayori. I thought she was involving Sayori, like she did something. I was like, what did she do? She always acts in everyone's best interest, while you two act like this? I wasn't trying to do anything either, and just being honest, Yuri is... Let me finish, Natsuki. I would ask you to please reconsider the way you are treating one another. You guys are obviously talented with your writing skills, and you both have unique aspects to your writing styles. That's what makes you guys special. To be fair, I'm obviously not good with handling situations like this, but there's a good sudden pause for a minute, and I decide to break the silence. I agree with Monica. Fighting will only cause everyone to split apart, and to be honest, I really like it here, and I believe if there's any resentment held over it, just it just won't be the same. Both girls are speechless. Yuri's the first to speak. I'm just gonna make some tea. Natsuki remains silent and takes a seat, only to stare into nothingness. I slide next to Sayori. Man, I can see why she's president. Yeah, she is pretty great. Even though she doubts herself, I think she handled that pretty well. Monica seems to like a genuine sweet girl. Hopefully, I'll be able to properly get to know her during the school year. I highly doubt it, because that's just how the game is. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing your poetry? I noticed that she carefully avoids mentioning the argument that just occurred. It was a lot of fun. Some moments were worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Puka, how about you?
Let me just grab my pipe. Big package. I actually enjoyed myself. I actually really enjoyed myself. It seems like you like expressing myself in poetry a lot more than I initially thought.
Everyone looks intent. I don't know what that was, guys. Everyone looks intently at me. The girl's smiling at me. It was really cool getting to see everyone's different writing styles. That's awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and hopefully you learn something from us too. So your poems will turn out even better. Ha ha ha, yeah. I think to myself a bit as I begin to pack up. Today I managed to learn a little more about the kinds of poems that everyone likes. With any luck, I'll be able to learn more about the girls as individuals through their themes and messages. I nod to myself, turning to Sayori. Hey Sayori, ready to walk home? No! I didn't say Siri! I did not say Siri. Sheesh. Sure. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. As we leave the clubroom, Sayori turns back to wave to the girls. I do the same. Yes, Natsuki smiles and quickly looks away to act like she doesn't care. Yuri awkwardly smiles and nods. And as expected from the school idol, Monica gives a friendly grin and waves back. Ooh, ooh. I love the music, bro. So nice. So wonderful. Your tears for another day. Hey. Save your tears for another day. I don't know the rest of the lyrics. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Man, what do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. I remember you told me yesterday that they sometimes bicker, but are all their arguments normally that bad? I feel a little guilty as I ask her. As I know she doesn't like talking about conflict. There's a slight dip in the cheeriness in her voice as she replies. No, not at all. They have their differences, but it's the first time I've seen them ever fight like that. They're actually wonderful people, I promise. You don't hate them or anything, do you? Oh no, not at all. It's just normal for people to argue. It's normal. It's only normal for people to argue, I guess. I was just curious, after all. You know them better than I do. Sayori lets out a relieved sigh. You know, Puka, it's been so nice to see you again. I didn't really think we'd get to spend much time together with one another again. What? I just said a lot of words that I didn't need to. But okay. Yeah, tell me about it. It's been really fun hanging out again. I don't really know when we started drifting or why. Guess it was just life coming between us. She nods, looking a little reflective. Still, I'm glad you let me join your club. I'm not going to lie. At first I was a bit doubtful when you told me it was about literature. But hey, I guess it goes to show that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Ha ha ha, get it? She giggles and I frown. Did I say something funny? Funny. I always say funny like funny. I accidentally add an R. I have no clue why. You got that one from Natsuki, didn't you? What? Oh right, she did say that, yes. Sarah might be known as a bit of an airhead, but sometimes she can really notice things that others don't. I wonder, what's it really like inside her head? You haven't changed at all, Puka. You always knew how to make me laugh. I blush slightly. I've never really known how to react to that compliment, especially when it comes from someone of the opposite sex. I'm glad I'm still able to do that. I'll be honest though, I didn't think I'd make so many new friends by joining the club. Well, they're a really nice bunch. I'm not surprised. Yeah, a pretty warm welcome. She nods contentedly. Anyway, let's see what the future holds. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, see you tomorrow. These girls are all interesting characters, aren't they? Different personalities and a variety of writing styles. If they're all united under the same clubs, I briefly wonder how Monica found them all. In just 2 days, I feel like I've made progress with each member. Getting to know Yuri and Natsuki, actually getting talk to Monica a little bit, and of course, reuniting with an old friend. I never would have guessed this, but would all come from joining the club. But hey, I'm not complaining. Let's just hope my writing improves over time so I can write poems to a standard more like theirs. Speaking of which, there's work to be done tonight. Let's do this. Is that the end? Hey! Let's go! Let's go! This is great. This is great. This is great. Anyway, poem time? Yeah. Anyway, let's save here. Alright, which means we're done. Alright, so let me switch it over to the game. You know, it is very, very tiring to play that game. I'm not gonna lie. It is very tiring to play that game. It takes a lot out of me because it's just constant talking. That's all it is. Even when I'm not talking about the game, I'm still commentating. That's the thing I like and dislike. Because, you know, I get tired. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. But yeah, I really enjoy this though. I'm playing it because I want to, you know, obviously get prepared for the next Doki Doki game. Or not game, but the extra DLC basically. So yeah, that's basically why I'm playing this again. I plan on recording that or streaming it. I don't really know. Depends on how I feel. But yeah, that's really all I have for the stream. There's really not much else to talk about. I did have a story I was trying to play. Oh, that's what it was. Alright, so I guess we'll talk about this for a little bit. Only 9:56. Anyway, so today I went golfing for the first time. I've been to Top Golf once. I've been mini golfing a couple times, but I've never actually gone golfing. Let me tell you, I was really prepared to be the worst golfer ever. I genuinely thought I would do terrible, but I did better than I thought. All right, I had mistakes. I messed up quite a bit. Okay, but I did better than I thought. That's what counts. All right, that's what counts. I did okay. There was one hole. I only did 9 holes. It was with my dad. I only did 9 holes, and I struggled a bit, but it's okay. Okay, that's just part of learning. But I think I could be better, and I'm happy. But anyway, I'm gonna end that here. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, why don't you go ahead and smash that like button. Also, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and hit that little bell so you know the next time I upload a video. But yeah, I'm out. I'm gonna do this because it's gonna look stupid, but it's gonna be delayed. See, that's the issue. It's delayed. But anyway, peace.